Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We are back with the C8 70th anniversary edition, and surprisingly we ended up with a nice 60-degree day in the middle of winter, so I can't complain. I decided to take the car out onto beautiful Cape Cod, Massachusetts to kind of enjoy the HTC convertible life. And while out here, what better time to film a video talking about the 5 things that I love about this C8 Corvette. I feel like this content might be a little repetitive since I made a similar video with the red C8 Corvette, which was a coupe, and this one particularly is an HTC. But it's still content. I still think it's informative, and as the longer I own the C8 platform and C8 Corvettes, I'm starting to learn more and more about these cars that I feel adds to the ownership experience. So diving right in, the number one thing that I love about the C8 Corvette is the HTC convertible aspect. I think the way that General Motors has designed this form function of the hardtop convertible, it's very practical. If you're not somebody that tracks the car and you're not somebody that's looking for the Z07 package or the Z51's package, that money is definitely well spent getting the HTC, which really adds to the experience of the C8 Corvette. And it's as simple as taking the key fob right here, pressing the unlock button, and then holding this button down, and it's going to open up the hardtop. It takes about 15 seconds. You have to press and hold the button for both inside the car and outside, but you can see how quickly it transforms into a convertible, making life really easy and making this car super practical, so when you have a nice day you can really quickly and easily get the open sky experience of the convertible. The one thing that you do lose is obviously the visibility of the engine. You get a little glimpse from the HTC over here, and you can kind of open this hatch and get a little bit more visibility of the engine, but for the most part everything is tucked away and very tight back here. But if you're not tracking, you're not modifying the car, you're not supercharging the car, then this is truly the best version of the C8 Corvette that you can get. So number 2 on my list of things that I love about the C8 Corvette is the drivability, the powertrain, the handling, and the transmission. Basically the whole driving experience that this car provides. And so with this being a Z51, this is 495 horsepower of good old naturally aspirated V8 that you really can't see, but you can feel every step of the way. And the transmission, the dual clutch transmission on this particular C8 is truly fantastic. A quick overview of the DCT for those that don't know: basically there's 2 clutches, hence the dual clutch, one for your even gears and one for your odd gears that oscillate, so when one clutch is about to let go, the other can immediately engage, and you don't lose any time between the clutches switching over from one side of the transmission to the other. It's very smooth, it's very precise. You don't even really notice the shifts unless you want to notice them at the high RPM red line. Alright, so next up on my list of things that I love about the C8 Corvette is the customizability. It's truly amazing that General Motors and Chevrolet offer so many different customization options, ranging from almost 10 different colors. Add 2 for the 2023 model year, because this being a 70th anniversary edition, you get the optional carbon flash metallic paint, which has a ton of metallic flake in it. So it's a little bit different than the Arctic Black that's been a part of the C8 from 2020 to 2022. Additionally, you get so many interior options. With this having been my 3rd C8 Corvette, I've had a couple different colors. I've had the 2-tone strike yellow, the 2-tone 70th anniversary red and black white interior, as well as the tan and black 2-tone on the 2020 C8. And I have to say that each interior with every model year has gotten better and better. In this particular case, you can get soft touch leather or Alcantara like this car. I love that General Motors now makes the dash Alcantara on these higher trims instead of a bright color to match the seats, because the reflection is cut down significantly with this interior design. And you can tailor this car from anywhere from the clown spec if you want a red exterior with a color override with a blue interior. If you want something that's a little bit more form fit and tailored, where your calipers match your interior, like the red you see on the edge red calipers, mixed with the red seatbelt and the stitching, you can kind of really spec this car the way you want it to get the most out of it. And that customizability, I think, is truly unique as we move to a timeline where most cars are going to be ordered and very few sales are going to happen on the lot, because honestly cars aren't going to be available the way they have been for years to come. I think not only did the pandemic force that change, but I think dealers and manufacturers are adopting that change as the new way of sales, which is basically the Tesla sales model. So number 4 on my list of things that I love about the C8 Corvette is without a doubt the PDR system, because if you're tracking the car, not only does that provide you the full experience of recording all your track footage, but if you put the memory card in, and I've covered this in other videos, so I'll just rush through this item to save everyone some time, you can set it up to be a full-time recording dash cam. And so the other day somebody cut me off, and God forbid if I wasn't paying attention and I didn't hit my brakes, and these Z51 brakes lock up real fast, that could have gotten very squirrely and hairy. But thankfully I would have had the dash cam footage from the PDR system as evidence that I was not at fault. And so I like the fact that it's baked in. You don't have to hardwire anything. You don't have to run wires to the mirror like I've done in the past with other vehicles. This car allows you to do so right out of the gate, right out of the box, fixed into the vehicle. And number 5 on my list of things that I love about the C8 Corvette, without a doubt, is the quality and the design language. As mentioned earlier, not only is the driving experience truly phenomenal for the price point, where do you get a car that looks this exotic, this unique, and this special for this price point? Even with the recent price increases that I've covered on my main channel, you're still getting one of the best bargain values for any car on the entire marketplace. And this is still offering you the same level of performance and engineering ingenuity as, I think, the supercars of a generation ago. So a Lamborghini Gallardo and McLaren 12C, both cars that are right around the $100,000 mark, about 10 years used now. This is a car that is faster, this is a car that is more modern, this is a car that is more reliable, and this is a car that's more comfortable with more practical use cases. And so taking a look at the interior, you have soft touch materials everywhere. You have Alcantara on the door panel and Alcantara on the entire dash. The fit, finish, and material is truly phenomenal in this car. You have soft touch materials just about everywhere you can imagine. Even the base speaker grill is a very high material plastic, as well as the Alcantara on the door panel. And that's just the door panel. You have such a variation of high-end materials. The depth of the stitching, all the little details, the Corvette embossed logo and the mode selector, it's just everything is so refined, and for the price point, the value of this car is truly phenomenal. And I have videos on my channel talking about what it cost me to own these cars for the 1 year at a time that I tend to own them. And so now take everything that this car offers you for the price that it offers you, and imagine getting all of that for near free. You can buy these cars right away and flip them. Everyone does it. I particularly don't. But if you drive one, own one for 1 year, as you've seen with my particular numbers in my C8s, these cars have been near free to me. They haven't depreciated. I get about what I pay for them a full year and 10,000 miles later. And so my cost of ownership at worst is my only real expense. And with the market trending down, or it has now so far in the start of this year, even if you lose a couple $1,000s, where are you going to get all the attention, the uniqueness, and the exotic feel that this car offers for this price point? And so that's all I have for today's video. These are the 5 things that I love about this car. It's truly one of the best vehicles, dollar for dollar. If you are on the fence about getting a C8 Corvette, do not hesitate. Place your order in. As long as you are paying MSRP, we're getting a bargain of a century, and what I think will go down as one of the best mid-engine sports cars ever created. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you wouldn't mind, go check out some of the videos on this channel around the car content, because every little bit helps in me growing this platform and this channel to be bigger and better in the future. And just like that, I am out until the very next video. I look forward to seeing all of you in the comment section below.